G'day Magpie fans, Chris Dawes here and welcome to this week's edition of the Black and White Show. This week's round 21 we're playing at Sydney on Sunday at the MCG and our match day sponsor is going to be Crazy John's, so thought we'd have a bit of a mobile phone themed edition of this week's show. Harry, what's the biggest phone bill you've ever received?
I think I had a phone bill of about $3,000.
Yikes.
I was, I'll explain the story. I was making actually lent my phone to my relatives in Brazil, and they kept using it, not realising that, how much it cost me.
My bill's pretty consistent, around $150, so I'm on an unlimited cap, so pretty comfortable and pretty good at the moment.
No, not very much. Don't have many friends to ring, so maybe in the low hundreds, not too crazy.
It's probably a few hundred, Chris. When I was around your age and made some calls from overseas that I wasn't quite aware I was bearing the full brunt of, so...
Probably when I got back from overseas is around the $1,000 mark.
And who do you call the most?
Who do I call the most? I'd have to say I call my family the most, but out of that would be brother Cameron.
I don't know.
Lee Brown.
Probably my mum.
Very good. And does she answer often, or did she see you come up and hang up?
Probably close friends and my lovely girlfriend.
Probably my girlfriend.
Good.
Or your girlfriend.
And which player loses their phone the most?
Probably Dane Swan.
I know I hear rumours of Alan Didak losing it a bit, or who's sure, but I think it's more or less their little tempers, that's about it.
Well, I'd probably say Dane Swan. Seems to have a new phone every week.
I know Martin Clark damages his phone and has to replace it the most with his tantrums.
Okay, what about which player's always on their phone and why?
Probably Nick Maxwell, because he's got that many businesses to run. He's always on his phone when we come in from training, after weights, and even during lunch.
Nick Maxwell's always on his phone because he's always doing something, like whether it be business or, I don't know, I think he calls those 1-900 numbers.
Always on their phone is Anthony Rocker, big gadget freak, so he's always on the phone.
In my corner, Heath Shaw's always checking his phone, so he's on it a fair bit, looking for a bit of a bite and looking for some SMSs.
Brad Dick always seems to be calling someone. He's always having a domestic, so he's always in his locker room, speaking under his breath.
When was the last time you phoned your mother?
On the weekend, to get her to look after the kids.
Last night. I love speaking to my mum.
Very good. Can't see why you wouldn't. She's a lovely lady.
Phoned my mother. I actually called her last night, so she's away, so I called her last night to see how she was going.
Last week.
This morning. Yeah, had a chat with her early this morning. It was really enjoyable.
How was she?
Oh, she's terrific.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Great. Good. And just finally, what's your phone number?
1-800. No.
Oh, I know you've got it, so I don't need to tell you, Chris.
My phone number, it's 1-800 Harry O'Brizzle.
Number 7. I'm number 7.
Well, there we have it, guys. That's this week's edition of the Black and White Show, so hope you've enjoyed it, and please get down and support us against the Swans with Crazy John as our match day sponsor.